What's up? Welcome into your Buckeye Rush Hour for a Friday, December 22nd, 2023. Welcome in, everybody. We are talking recruiting. We are still enjoying the glow of a huge day on Wednesday into Wednesday night, unfortunately. Blood pressure is not doing so well after that one. But anyways, pop on in here. We're going to do letter grades by position. Give me your thoughts. Give me your grades. We're going to go quarterback, running back, receiver, O-line, tight end, D-line, linebacker, safeties, corners. No special teams. We will not be grading special teams. No long snappers on this show. All right, hope everybody's getting geared up for a nice holiday weekend, or hopefully you got out of work early today or didn't work at all. Seemed better. I subscribe to the latter there. I work at all. I bother. Anyways, what else is happening? I don't think we're going to get any coaching changes till after the bowl game. And I'm starting to feel more and more positive about more of those NFL decisions being in favor of the Buckeyes. I think we have a good chance to have a lot of that 2021 recruiting class come back. Emeka sounds like he's coming back. Jack and JT both possibly. I think at least one of them. And I think Tyleek probably goes. I think Mike Hall comes back. I think Denzel Burke probably goes. Lathan Ransom's on the fence. His injury history kind of stacking up against him, but does he want to come back for his fifth year? But Emeka coming back is huge. I think he'll be the focal point of the Cotton Bowl. And then tight ends, I think Cade has to go, but I think we're going to get some big time guys back. Donovan Jackson's coming back, I think. So I think we're going to be in good shape next year, which is actually better than landing a four-star recruit. Bringing back a stud, D end or D tackle is, that you know what you get with them is probably more important. But anyway, let's talk recruiting here. Let's get into it. Quarterback, starting off with the most important position on the field. Aaron Oline, 6'2", 195. Number 6 quarterback in the class. He's a 5-star. I got to go A. That's an easy A. They weren't going to bring in more than one quarterback, and I like everything I've seen and heard from Aaron Nolan. He seems to be exactly what you want on and off the field. The kid's smart as shit. Has mobility. Ding, ding, ding. Keyword. Besides having a quick release, great accuracy, played at top level Georgia State football. So I'll take Aaron Nolan all day long. So give me an A for that. Running backs. James Peoples and Sam Williams-Dixon, SWD. James Peoples is a 4-star coming out of San Antonio, Texas, 5'10", 192. And SWD coming out of Pick North, 5'11", 203. Reminds me of a Curtis Samuel type. They're going to use them that way. Start off in the running back room, but we'll have a lot of versatility. You're going to hear that word a lot. Versatility with a lot of these guys. So since we lost out on Jordan Lyle out of South Florida, I got a ding Tony Alford for that one. So I'm going to go B-. Had he gotten all 3, that would be an A. But Jordan Lyle might be, I would put him on the same shelf as James Peoples, maybe a nudge higher, but I really like James Peoples. So he's going to come in and have to contribute immediately, possibly both these guys, depending on what Trey does. So we'll see what happens there. But B-, if you want to go C+, I'll listen to that. Let's see, what are we doing next? We want to do, let's go receivers. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so we lost out on Jeremiah McClellan out of St. Louis, last minute, kind of flipperoonie there to the Ducks. Jeremiah Smith, though, all world, all everything. You know, people throw that generational word around a lot, maybe too often nowadays. But he's a guy that you had to have, and you feel so much relief. You saw it on Ryan Day's face during the press conference. He was relieved. You know, he looked like he just had a cigarette. So Jeremiah Smith, 6'3", 198, perfect recruit, number one player in the country. That kind of carries the class, right? But don't forget about Milton Graham, 6'1", 170, kind of your Chris Olave, sleek, athletic, fast track guy out of New Haven, Indiana. He was a 5-star as well, number 9 receiver in the country. This guy is a more developed Olave. Olave needed some time in the system to work on his techniques and stuff. Milton Graham could hit the ground ready to go. So I'm really curious to see what he does. And Jeremiah Smith, I know, gets all the shine, gets all the love, all the attention, but I really like Milton Graham, and I think he could get some snaps as a freshman, definitely. So since they lost out on McClellan and didn't get a fourth, at one point they wanted 4 receivers. They tried to circle back on Chance Robinson. That was a no-go. And then losing out on McClellan. I got a dang Hartline on this one. I got to go A-, B+ maybe. He gets the number 1 player in the country. But when I go back and look at the 2022 class, those guys are barely hanging on. You know, they might have 1 foot into the transfer portal. I don't know. But those guys don't see any snaps. Kojo Antwi and Keon Grace. These guys have not even seen the field, you know. So Hartline is a great recruiter, excellent, but he doesn't nail every class, as we're seeing here. But who knows? Maybe he can nail somebody down by February and add them onto the class as a late add. What do we do here? Let's go tight ends while we're talking receivers, kind of. Max LeBlanc, the tight end out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, 6'3.5", 222. He is the 4-star, number 21 tight end in the country. I like this guy. He's versatile. He can block, get in line, block on the line of scrimmage, and he can run routes. It's kind of like what was I gonna say? Who's the tight end that plays for the Jets from Ohio State? Went to was from New Jersey. That guy. White dude. Anyway, reminds me of him. I always forget his name. Anyways, then Demarion Whitten, he's another dude with versatility, 6'4", 215. Here's a little peek behind the curtain. I'm definitely going to have him on my freaks list, on my freshman freaks list I put out every year. He's definitely going to be on my list. The dude can do it all. He played some quarterback, played some kicker, played some defense, tight end, receiver, whatever his team needed, he did it at Cleveland Glenville. So he's 4-star, number 27 tight end in the country. So really looking forward to see what hard-hitting Demarion Whitten can do. So I'm pumped about him. For the tight end class, we got to give Keenan Bailey probably, I don't know, I'll go B. I think he could have been better. I think we need more dudes in the room. I think it would be nice to get one of those freaky Jelani Thurman types again this year. So didn't land a 5-star, a couple 4-stars isn't terrible. And Demarion Whitten's going to take a lot of time to develop. So got to go B there for the tight end room. Looking at the O-line class here, Ian Moore, he was a 5-star. I think he got dinged down to a 4-star because he didn't do any camps, and you know how these recruiting services are. They fucking take everything personally. Bunch of sensitive bitches. anyways, Ian Moore out of New Palestine, Indiana, 6'5", 295. He is a number 8 lineman in the class, high 4-star. Again, we were just months ago saying he was a 5-star. So what happened? I'd like to know that. Anyway, I really like him. He's gonna be pushing for playing time early, similar to Luke Montgomery last year. Gabe Van Sickle out of Coopersville, Michigan. He's a 3-star, number 22 interior O lineman in his class. He's going to be a project, going to take some time, 6'5", 283, but he's light on his feet, and it just takes some molding and some time to work with him, get his body right, prepare him for big time college ball. Then you got the Armstrong twins here. Dionte is the guard. He's at 6'5", 297. Both these guys come in at low 4-stars. Dionte is the tackle. He's just an inch taller, 6'6", 280, and looks very svelte, I would say. Looks like he's in good shape for a tackle, but these guys are going to take a little time to develop, get in the strength program, body by Mick, and hopefully get some development years and some time this year, and see him next year maybe. So let's see what else. Let's go D-line. All right. D-line, just the 2 dudes. We had the flip of Justin Scott. We had the one-time silent commit of Lightfoot. And then we thought we had Dylan Stewart locked up. So it's hard to say subpar class when you sign a 5-star defensive end with Edric Houston out of Buford, 6'3", 265, a number 7 player at his position. It's hard to bitch about it much, but that's all. I mean, Eric Mensah's a 3-star, but he's at 290. He's going to move down inside. There's no way they're going to make him lose 30 pounds and play an edge, or even 20 pounds. They'll get him in the weight room program and knock off that baby fat and build up muscle, but still, he's not a true edge, that's for sure. So you come out of this, you needed 4, you got 2. I got to give Larry a C-. The only thing keeping it from being a D is the fact he brought in Edric Houston, which was down to the wire, 11th hour kind of thing. So yeah, got to go C- there. Linebackers. So we got 2 here. Stover, Garrett Stover is listed as a safety, but he's been putting on weight, played a lot of linebacker at Big Walnut. So he's going to be shifting down into the linebacker group. They got him listed at 6 foot 195. I know he was well over 205, 210 or something like that during his season. I would imagine he's put on pounds since. He was a 4-star as well. Number 11 safety is what they got him listed there. But him along with Peyton Pierce is my guy. His coach, in a photo on signing day, his coach was wearing some of my gear from the BuckeyeCast.com. He's wearing the Silver Bullets shirt. Got to give him a thumbs up there. Thank you, coach. Anyways, Peyton Pierce, though, 6'1", 225 out of Lucas, Texas. We love our Texas linebackers. Number 19 player at the position in his class. He's a 4-star. This guy is a tackling machine. He reminds me of Chris Spielman, man. He had like over 20 tackles in a playoff game just recently. So Peyton Pierce, I really feel good about him. And I'm going to loop in Garrett Stover here. So you got some really solid high 4-star guys that are very athletic. And what I love about Peyton Pierce also is he was a wrestler. Linebackers that are wrestlers just have that knack for getting off blocks, getting guys to the ground. That's kind of what you do, as a wrestler. So for the linebacker room, I guess, am I crediting Laurinaitis, Knowles, kind of partial credit? I'll go B+, A-. I think they wanted a third. If you would have gotten KVA, Kingston Viliamuasa, I'd go A, but I'll go B plus because I like Garrett Stover. He brings that Stover family mentality, the bring your lunch pail to work guy, blue collar, tough as shit. And same with Peyton Pierce. He's going to bring that same attitude. And I know Laurinaitis is going to enjoy working with him. So let's go to corners and safeties. We'll kind of mix them in here together. I'll separate these guys out. Aaron Scott, the number 1 corner. They got him listed at number 2 on 24/7, but at the position, he's the high 4-star, 6'2", 190. Got length and length and length out of Springfield. So you got him. Bryce West out of Cleveland Glenville. You need some of those Cleveland boys on defense. They bring that little edge to the game. 5'11", 177 for Bryce. Must be nice, Bryce. Number 13 corner in the class. He was a 4-star, solid 4-star. And then you got the slot corner, Miles Lockhart out of Arizona. 5'10", 185. He's tough as nails too. So he was a 4-star. Number 25 corner in the class. So for the corners, Tim Walton is fucking killing it, in my opinion. I don't think you needed more than 3 corners in this class. You got 2 good ones that are probably going to see playing time in the 23 cycle with Jermaine Matthews and Calvin Simpson-Hunt. And you don't know, you might be keeping Hancock. And IGB is a stud, came in, started immediately. So I think Tim Walton's really crushing it in recruiting. He's almost getting up to that Heartline level of closing deals. He actually also was influential in the Edric Houston commitment because Tim Walton's from the Georgia area, so that's kind of his territory when we're talking regional recruiting assignments and stuff. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go A for the corners. Aaron Scott, that was a Ohio State Michigan battle. Bryce West probably was getting some of that Glenville pipeline down to Columbus, but still, it was, you got to still close the deal there. And Miles Lockhart was a no doubter, so that one was locked up early. So I go A for the corners. Now for the safeties, we just got 2 with Jalen McLean and Leroy Roker. Again, I'm going Garrett Stover as a linebacker. That's where I'm putting him, even though 24/7 has him as a safety. So Jalen McLean, I like him. He's a 4-star, 6 foot, 185 out of Seton Hall Prep, another Jersey guy. 49th ranked safety, though, at his position. Leroy Roker out of Fort Myers, 6'1", 170. He's a 3-star, number 153 at the position. But he's athletic. He's like your Malik Hooker type. This guy plays a lot of basketball. He's played basketball more than football, actually, over his high school career. So look for him to come in. He's probably going to have to get in some strength training at 170 and learn techniques, obviously. So that's going to be on Perry Eliano to get these guys coached up. Jalen McLean, he's a hitter, tackler, tough guy, New Jersey tough type. So really underwhelmed as far as the quality. So I'm going to go C. I'm going to go C with just the 2 safeties. I don't know how we didn't get KJ Bolden, but I'm kind of glad we didn't since he flipped last minute. But still, we still have not landed that 5-star safety outside of Sonny Styles, who was, a legacy and lives in the area. So if you take Sonny Styles out of the mix, we still have not gotten one of these top shelf safeties, So let's see Eliano up his game when it comes to the recruiting factor. So those are my grades. Oh, yeah, we did D-line. Okay. What do you guys have? Let's go to the chat here, see what's happening. All right. On a holiday Friday. Yes, Ruckert. Thank you, Odysseus. I don't know why I always forget his name. Jeremiah is in. He says, if there are any coaching changes after the bowl game, what changes do you think will be made? I think you could see, I got the over under at 1.5. So I think you got a solid special teams coaching change. I think that's a given. If Ryan Day does not make a change there, I'm going to be livid. I will not understand that. He's going to have to explain that shit to the fan base. Good luck. I think Corey Dennis's contract is up. Do you bring him back? Probably, I guess. He helps with recruiting a lot and some of the day-to-day stuff when Ryan Day's busy doing other shit. So Dennis probably comes back, but I'm curious as to what happens with Larry Johnson. I mean, Ryan Day said the other day that he's still coaching, like, he has a young outlook on life and the way he coaches. So I don't know. That could be one. I think Laurinaitis has to be elevated to full-time coach. So that's two changes right there. You whack Fleming, elevate Laurinaitis, and can't really do anything else on offense. Yeah. Those are the two I see happening as far as coaching changes. Yeah, Odias already jumping to it. He says, yes, Fleming needs to go. Yes, and he says landing Houston and Smith was huge. Then he does mention Dominic Kirks and Dominic McKinley, the two Doms. We need to go after them. Yes, I like McKinley. He was a 5-star D tackle. Kirk's a little bit more an outside guy, but we need warm bodies at this point, right? I mean, I don't give a shit. Just go get somebody. Should have poured a shot. Pam says we need to go after this kid that just decommitted from Georgia for our O-line. Oh, yeah. DeBose, is that his name? Yeah, he's visited Ohio State quite a bit. So definitely we've got plenty of time to work on him. He's a 25 guy. Odysseus says recruiting services are a bunch of jock sniffing nerds that don't know football. It really appears that way in many cases. And I don't like the way Wilt Fong does his crystal ball shit. He's not predicting like where the kid's going to go. He's riding the wave, the roller coaster, Okay, so the kid is liking Georgia right now. Now he's liking Nebraska. It's like, make a fucking prediction and stick with it, Wilt Fong. Jesus. Pam says, need more D-line. Yes, Pam, 100% with you there. Odysseus says, Pierce reminds me of the big cat. Okay, I like that. I like him. A good comparison. Pam says, hope we get Devin Sanchez on January 6th. I'm feeling really good about that, Pam. I feel real good about that. I'm surprised we haven't gotten some crystal balls coming in yet, but yeah, what are we looking at here? Just a couple weeks away on that. Yep, 2 weeks from tomorrow. So, yeah, I feel good. I feel good about Devin Sanchez. Again, Tim Walton crushing it with the corners in recruiting. His NFL background really helps. Coaching up Jalen Ramsey when he was with the Jags, I really think Tim Walton is starting to really show how valuable he is to this staff. Doug says Peyton is a tackling machine. Yes, he is. Odysseus says 24/7 blows. Yeah, 24/7. Caveman, what's up, Caveman? Says Perry couldn't even get his family member. I know, man. Is that freaking frustrating? But who knows? The kid would have freaking flipped him at the last minute anyways. That kid seems like a Dylan Raiola almost. I don't know. Probably doesn't help that Florida State's not fulfilling on their NIL commitments with current players. So that's definitely going to hurt you. At least they're trying to leave the ACC for what, 500 mil? Good luck. Good luck with that, sir. Yeah, you better go get some oil money, and I don't mean out of Florida. You better go over to the Saudis, start asking for some of that PIF money. That's what I would do. It's just a matter of time before the Saudis infiltrate college football and the NFL. Gotta whitewash that shit. Odias says, with the corners we have, it was a mistake not to use the 2022 game plan versus the cheaters up north. Yeah. You mean be more aggressive, more zero blitz with our corners that we have now? I have no problem with that. I think the entire season, Knowles was not aggressive at all. I mean, there was the occasional blitz here or there, but yeah, if you're talking about using the 2022 game plan of zero blitzing and stuff like that, heavy blitz, heavy game, yeah, I would have been all for that this year. Caveman says, "Hope not. Oil money is tainted." Yeah, I know. I'm just I'm a golf fan, PGA golf fan. So, and they just bought the PGA basically, and they're just throwing tons of money around, buying up sports. Basically, they bought golf. So yeah, I just think it's a matter of time. I know this is totally off the subject we're talking about today, but I do really feel that the Saudis are going to use some of their money to infiltrate the college football and NFL. Maybe NFL first, more money in it. Ray, what's up, man? Says if we get at least 2 D-line guys to come back and put Houston up there, watch the fuck out. I like that. Yeah, I think you might get a Jack and JT coming back. But does that push a Kenyatta into the portal? He's not very happy right now. Just a week ago, Kenyatta removed all Ohio State from his social media profiles. So shows he's not real happy. But I think you get a Jack. I bet you a Jack comes back. I think JT probably goes. Caveman says, live is crazy. Yeah, live golf. Dude, live golf. I hate live golf. It is. Why do we have teams? You guys have stupid logos and uniforms. It looks terrible. I can't watch it, man. Luckily, it's not even on regular TV half the time. Most of the time, it's streaming on YouTube or some shit. So we'll see. But yeah, I can't believe they got John Rahm to go to live. That was mind blowing. I was a fan of his, but not anymore. The day they get Tiger and Rory is the day I fucking stop watching golf. Doug says, I don't like playing the starting linebackers every snap because come November, they're shagged. Yeah, I understand. I understand you want to get the young guys in there and get the old guys some breather, get them a breath, but yeah. I am old, Doug. Thank you very much. Thanks for noticing. Odysseus says we need a speed rusher opposite Jack or JT. Yeah, I'm all for that, man. All right, Doug, you're 65. I'm not that old. You're old. Just kidding. It's my one old white guy sport is golf. I don't watch baseball. Baseball's horrendous. I used to be a big baseball fan. I stopped watching like 15 years ago. I can't sit through that crap. I know they made changes to speed up the game and shit, but yeah, I can't do baseball. So golf is my one old white guy sport. I can do some work while turning it on in the background, look up. Plus Tiger's going to be playing probably he said he's going to be playing about once a month. So he'll be back on the tracks. So that'll bring some eyeballs. That has my attention. So it's my one old guy sport that I watch. But yeah, back to Odysseus. We do need a speed rusher, and I just don't know where they're going to come from. I don't really see anybody in the portal worth a shit, better than Kenyatta or Caden Curry. I don't see it. So, yeah, I got nobody else at D end really that is worth getting. You know, Doug says he's down to college football. That's it. That's your last sport, huh? You've had enough of the rest. Pam says, yeah, I hope we don't lose Kenyatta. Yeah. Doug says Kenyatta was supposed to be the speed rusher. Yeah. Yeah. We don't really have that right now. Jack was supposed to be I don't know. He put on weight, then he lost weight. And I don't know what he weighs now, but he was at 260, 265 at one point. You're not going to be much of a speed rusher unless you're Chase Young, at that weight. And Jack's not that. Jack's good. He's no Chase Young. So, yeah. Maybe there's some dudes lingering out there that haven't committed, haven't signed yet. Um, that we can close up before February. Big Hoove, what's up, Big Hoove? He says, what's going on with Melton? Melton should be back. Mitchell Melton should have one more year. Yeah, checking the scholarship grid here. Yeah, Melton. Yeah, he was a 2020 guy, so he definitely got a COVID year. 2024 will be his 5th year. He was redshirted also. Remember, he had the medical red shirt. So theoretically, he might have 2 more years, maybe. But I do like Mitchell Melton. He's twitchier than Jack, in my opinion. Do you guys remember earlier this year? It might have been early in the season. I did a breakdown of Jack Sawyer's snaps and how slow he was to get off the ball. He was like way behind, like us. I know it's just we're talking split seconds here, but a half a second is a big freaking difference, man. When everybody else is firing at the snap of the ball and Jack is a half second behind, that tackle is already in position. So I did an entire episode. I probably had to delete it because YouTube doesn't want me using, copyrighted TV copies of games, but I did a whole breakdown of it. Multiple games. He was slow as fuck getting out of the blocks. It was a really frustrating thing. But that's why I like Melton. I think you've got to get Melton in the mix. You trim back some Sawyer and JT. If JT does come back, obviously, if you trim back Jack and JT's snaps a little bit, get Melton in there, Jackson, Curry, get those guys. And Edric Houston's going to push for some time. He's not going to come in and just sit for a year. He'll pop in the portal. I don't think he'll be staying around very long. Odysseus says maybe have Jack get down to 245. I'm fine with that, as long as he's fast. Yeah. You see what the USC did to Corey Foreman? Remember Corey Foreman, the 5-star? They fucking brought him out there, and he was at 265 as a recruit coming out of high school. They made him drop 30 fucking pounds and played him at outside linebacker. Sheesh. What a waste. Waste, man. Let that guy go. That dude was fast. He was the number 1 D end in the 21 class. He was ranked above Jack and JT. Man, what a waste. Is that Grinch's call? I'm sure they're going to blame that on Alex Grinch. I would too. but still, that's a dumb fucking move, in my opinion. I wanted that dude. He's a stud. So, anyway, he's in the portal for what it's worth. Yeah, yeah, Big Hoo, I'm with you. Mitch Melton did look promising. He was a highly ranked recruit too. Um, don't forget about him. What was he? Let me check his coming out of the DMV, right? Yeah. Let's check his recruiting profile here. He was a 4-star, number 24 outside linebacker on the composite, 6'3", 235 coming out of Good Counsel. So it's a good school. That's top level competition out in Maryland. So crazy shit, man. I do like Melton. If he's back to 100% without losing a beat, get him in there. Yeah. Odysseus mentions Tackett Curtis in the portal. I like Tackett Curtis. The Buckeyes reached out to him as soon as he hit the portal, maybe even before. So yeah, look for him to get some. Maybe we can get him on a visit, get him on campus here. Probably going to be after the bowl game before the Buckeyes make any real portal moves. I know they had guys on visits already, but I don't know if they're going to pull the trigger yet. Yeah, Odysseus says that Kyle McCord's going to have pass protection issues. I know. Did you see that photo of McCord on the sidelines of the Syracuse game? He didn't look happy, but I guess he always looks that way. That's kind of like his perma look. Did not look happy at what he was watching. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go bake some Christmas cookies. How's that sound? I'm gonna go bake some cookies. Maybe make a gingerbread house. I don't know. I don't know if there'll be time. But I appreciate everybody popping in. It's good to see you guys. And don't forget, we're off Sunday night since it's Christmas Eve. Santa's got shit to do. I'm sure your Santas have stuff to do too. And Mrs. Claus is going to be busy around here, that's for sure. Just kidding. We'll be back. Daily Blitz will be back next week. And we'll be back live next Friday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. See if Jeff or Sean can pop in. But yeah, I got nothing else. So let's break out. You guys have a good holiday and be safe out there in those streets. And Merry Christmas to you guys. Appreciate you. And we'll talk to you later. Go Bucks.